you can control your narrative.
Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to react to Vincent Fisher, an alpha male who has a business plan just like Wes Watson. And stay tuned for the very end of the video, how Vincent Fisher would make money whether it's legal or illegal. So let's get this video rolling.
So I wanted to take a little bit closer of a look into this asshole, and this is what I found.
You guys need to understand that to some degree life is materialistic, right? It's always broke people judging rich people. They're always like, oh, well, I don't need a penthouse. I live in a box. I don't need a hypercar. I have a Honda. You can't get a hypercar. And for that reason, you're hating, right? But to some degree, the results in your life reflect that you have the blueprint figured out, right? If I was telling you guys all this shit, but I didn't have a penthouse, I didn't have a Russian model rubbing my shoulders, I don't have 4 million in cars, what's the validity to my statements? There is.
Fake it until you make it. That's the mantra of these alpha males. Most of them don't have the stuff that they say they have. It's either rented or they never owned it in the beginning. That's why they're making payments. I'd rather live like Dave Ramsey, who owns everything he has. He pays cash for everything he has. So I would not take advice from guys like Vincent Fisher, Wes Watson, Ben Azole, Kyle Perry. But I'd rather take advice from Dave Ramsey. And his advice is free if you watch his YouTube channel. Shout out to Dave Ramsey. So don't live like these guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And it helps with the channel. Subscribe and leave a comment. Do you want to live like these alpha males, or would you rather have the money, pay for everything, and have the wealth, maybe build up generational wealth? Let me know in the comments. And now let's continue with the video.
See how he was just a few years ago. Well, he was selling programs to kids on that transformation, but he didn't tell them, of course, that he was taking steroids.
So with that, so you say you were natty at first. Did you ever experimented or wanted to experiment with like any enhancements?
Yeah. Like after I moved to Miami and stuff like that, play around with stuff. I guess I'm not involved with all and stuff. Anyways, I got up to like 220 during that time. But what happened was I had health issues. And then on top of that, my psychological wasn't on point, where I'm like crashing out and I'm like started arguments. I wasn't being the stoic person I am. And then I kind of removed myself from that. That's another reason, I've never said this on camera, but that's why I stopped strict reselling fitness programs.
And I always say, when you're a kid and you take shit like this, it's going to age you prematurely. It's going to make you look 10, 15 years, if not more, older than what you're supposed to.
Here's a video of Vincent Fisher proving that he's a fraud. He's acting like he'll get you in shape, but now he's coming out saying that he used to do steroids. That's how he got the muscle. And now, because he had health problems, he quit. He had to come out and say it. And now he's trying to make coaches teach other coaches. So that's his program pretty much. So don't be like these guys. Don't be fake and cheat. Like use steroids to build a client base. Then you have to neglect them when you start to have problems. So that's how fake these guys are. They're not really personal trainers. They just try to look the part and hopefully everything falls in line for them financially. That's how they live. Don't live like that. Actually, work out long term and then go to school and become personal trainers if that's what you want, or to do something else. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, but don't live like these alpha males. Don't be fake until you make it.
It's like a modern day pyramid scheme, right? Without having to go door to door like a little Sharmuta Mary Kay. You guys remember her? It's the same shit.
I coach coaches who coach coaches. Like that's what I do. But I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna say buy my course instead. I'm gonna say, listen, the numbers are there. Obviously, I'm good at what I do. People go, oh, well, you're a scammer. I mean, if I teach you how to go viral, and I teach you how to make money, and I happen to be viral and make money, that's living proof that I know to some degree what I'm talking about.
But in order for his plan to work, right, he has to show Daddy's making money. He's got the Sharmut on his side. He lives in a penthouse. He's got Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, all these cars, right? So he had to find a way to get this shit in order to sell these programs.
We're buying a $3.5 million hypercar at 22 years old. Now, I just sent the wire out this morning, so we're gonna run a few errands and go pick that up. But in the meantime, I don't know if I've ever shown the penthouse on the channel, but you guys can see here, this is the spot we got in. And boys, when I say penthouse, I don't mean 40th floor. When I say penthouse, I mean it's 2 stories and there's absolutely nothing above us if you guys take a look outside. Yes, sir.
These alpha males, their target demographic is pretty much young people or single men who are single because they don't want people to go on this with maybe a wife or a girlfriend saying, this looks like a scam, talking them out of it. That's why they try to target either young men or single men so they can scam them and thinking that the cars are going to get them women or the houses are going to get them women. But most older men who have lived life know that you don't need cars to get women. You don't need like these supercars to get women. You could get them with just a regular modern day car. I mean, just a regular car in general. But that's what these guys are trying to sell, a lifestyle. Just so they can make themselves rich and you can give them the money, but they don't really care if that works for you. And if it doesn't, then you'll keep paying them money and following them. And that's what the whole thing is. It's like you need them every step of the way, so you'll continually pay money. And that's the bad part about this. That's why it's a pyramid scheme. You keep paying them, you go broke. You probably won't make $1. Maybe you'll make a couple dollars, who knows? But it's going to look believable probably in the beginning. But this guy is not a personal development guru or anything. He's just a coach, coaching others to be coaches. And he even says it himself. So in a way, it's a scam because how can you coach coaches when there's no one going to be playing? So that's pretty much just a scam.
Because he tries to make everybody believe that he owns this thing, right?
We fucking beat the system. Now I keep $1 million in there, I get another $1 million, I buy a real estate property for $4 million. We're fucking balling. Fuck, I wake up in my 2-story penthouse and decide which $500,000 car to drive. No, I have no boss, nobody tells me what to do. And I'm like, fuck.
So I went and I got the address for the place and I looked it up and I found an old Zillow listing, right? But something was very interesting in this Zillow listing. If you guys take a look here at all these pictures, notice something. Look at the decorations, look at the furniture, look at everything. It's the exact same setup, right? That this asshole's using when he's filming his videos, but this listing is years old. So what's the story of it? So I took it even further. I went to the tax website on the address of the house, and lo and behold, he's not the owner of it, right?
One thing we can learn from this video is to do our investigation before we join anything. And John Bravo does his due diligence on these videos. So we can be warned not to join scam programs like this by Vincent Fisher. So shout out to JohnBravoFilms. That's where I got this video. And you can go back on his channel and check it out. But we shouldn't be scamming people out of money. That's a crooked way to make money. It won't make you sleep better at night if you're just a money grubber. Actually do the work. Maybe you have parents that worked hard for their money and paid their bills. But sometimes that's the better way because you'll sleep better knowing that you're not scamming people out of money. But these guys, they just want to look the part until they scam other people out of their own money. And you'll learn that from Vincent Fisher at the end of this video by his own words. He'll do anything, take other people's money and put it in his pocket just to get rich. So everybody, only you can control your narrative. And stay tuned for the video clip at the end of this. And stay awesome, and see you in the next video.
I was either going to end up ridiculously rich with the right thing or ridiculously rich a criminal. Just because that's how my mind works.
He also was saying how much he loves debt, right? And how he found creative ways to get money and use money to purchase things that wasn't his own.
I love debt, and I think that's why America is the place that people move to go 0 to 100, because you have access to other people's money. There's nowhere else in the world where you have as easy access to other people's money as the US. The US is trillions in debt already.
Yeah.
I'd always go over using other people's money over my own. Even when I'm at the highest branches of US banks, right? When I'm at, the banks and they deal with bigger amounts of money that's moving through accounts, you're talking to a different staff. But I'll speak to these people and they'll say the same thing. They'll go, Vince, none of the wealthy families we work with use their own money. A lot of them use like life insurance policies to not use their own money.
Yep.
A lot of them will just take out loans and stuff to not use their own money. But as a rule of thumb, why would you use your own money when you could use somebody else's?